I know you've heard this before. Eat superfoods, they'll actually change your life. Most of the superfoods you actually hear about is actually marketing. I will not let you leave this video without actually debunking a few misconceptions. If you're a person who believes that one food will fix everything, please and please, it is not the truth. One food will not fix everything. The superfoods I've spoken of on this video are not magical. They are not some crazy foods that you eat and now you're gonna feel like you're Superman or you're on top of this life. No. Ideology that the exotic foods are better than the basic foods is also not true. You need the food to be high in vitamins, high in your minerals, low calories, and they should also have good value. And finally, you also think that when you eat superfoods, you have to neglect your calories and protein. That is not true. If you have your calories off and your protein off as well, let's not even forget your training is completely in the mud. You're not going to grow. You're not going to make progress. Instead of actually chasing hype foods, let's look at foods that actually move the needle forward. You understand what categorizes a superfood as being superfood. So that would be high vitamins, high minerals, low calories, and the value is awesome as well. So the first superfood I'll speak on is red meat. I'll say red meat has a lot of controversy with regards to the cholesterol. Now, I know that cholesterol with regards to red meat has been a very big thing. However, the cholesterol that red meat actually has is good cholesterol. And now the quality of the red meat actually matters a lot, because when we're eating like red meat from McDonald's, obviously that's going to be way different from the red meat we get from the grocery shop. Because the one from McDonald's would have preservatives and even the oils in which they're going to be fried in. They reduce the quality of the red meat. Now, the reason why red meat is a superfood is simply because it fits the criteria. It fits the criteria with having a lot of vitamins. It literally has beautiful B12. B12 is very important for your performance, for your cognitive function. It has creatine. And I'm not going to lie, when you see creatine, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't still supplement with creatine. The amount of red meat you actually need to eat to actually get the same amounts that's being supplemented for would be quite stupid. So I would still tell you to supplement with creatine. Also, red meat has iron. A lot of people have iron deficiency, and red meat is a beautiful source of iron. Also, it's important for muscle growth. And I know one of the reasons why you guys clicked on the video in the first place is because of muscle growth. When you eat your red meat, it literally gives your body the building blocks. That's one of the reasons why cholesterol in the red meat is actually not bad, because testosterone is literally made from cholesterol. This is literally a main product that breaks down into testosterone. So the cholesterol you get from red meat is very important. All right, next up, we got eggs. This is one of the most complete proteins you would eat. The reason why I love eggs is simply because it has healthy fats. The healthy fats is literally important for hormone production. Your hormones will literally also determine how you feel. You can literally feel like you're on top of the world. Now, it has choline. This is important for the brain. So the brain function is going to be literally boosted by your eggs. Another reason why I really love eggs as a source of protein is simply because it is cheap and powerful. Like, I feel like eggs has to be one of the most easiest source of protein you can actually make and you can actually get as well. And the thing about this is I usually even have 4 eggs personally every single day. It's so easy to fry them, it's so easy to boil them. They literally are something that you cannot sleep on. I forgot one more thing. It also has biotin. Eggs is a good source of biotin, and if you're a man who also struggles with like hair growth and stuff like that, eggs is a go-to. It's literally a superfood. It matches every single description and every single criteria. Next up, fatty fish. Fatty fish is literally elite. If you care about your muscle, your recovery, your performance, this is a non-negotiable. Fatty fish has omega-3. It literally would boost your hormone optimization because, as I said, it has fats. Fats is cholesterol. Cholesterol is also used to also make testosterone and every other hormone. So fats is beautiful. Now the next thing would then be your recovery. You may see the physique, and I think something that people forget is what you do inside of the gym is so important as what you do outside of the gym. And you don't even build your muscles inside of the gym. You build your muscles outside of the gym. So dialing in on your recovery is a must. And when you're in the gym, you're breaking down your muscles. when you're outside of the gym with things like your recovery, you're literally allowing those muscles to repair, to build back stronger, bigger, and even more aesthetic as well, which is your goal watching this video. And I do know that some people don't actually really like fish. You can literally supplement with omega-3 to still try and get some of these benefits. And also, fish also reduces inflammation. So next up, we got potatoes. And this one actually will shock you. Every single person tells you whenever you're trying to get more potassium, eat bananas, eat bananas. However, potassium have more. One thing I would say is, if you notice, I literally try to make potatoes, every single thing was peas. So we got potassium locked in. You also have your performance in the gym. It literally will boost and enhance your performance in the gym. You know the reason why? The reason is because potatoes are a perfect source of fuel and carb source. And because they are a perfect source of fuel and carb source, it will literally give your body energy to push more in the gym. So hitting in on your potato is literally going to increase your energy. Increasing your energy, because it's a good carb source, would also increase your performance in the gym. And trust me, being able to push more in the gym also would stimulate your muscle growth and give you that aesthetic physique. Hey, next up, we got leafy greens. Now, I'm not gonna try and be your parents who tells you eat your vegetables. However, I'm not gonna lie, you're sleeping on so much micronutrients if you skip your leafy greens, because this has so much micronutrients, and micronutrients are so essential in how you feel. Magnesium is also present in your leafy greens, and a lot of people are actually magnesium deficient, interestingly enough. So you're going to be getting magnesium as well. For those who are trying to also lose weight, you cannot skip on this. You can't, because the calories are literally low. I believe that leafy greens have negative calories. The reason why I say so is because I believe you spend more energy chewing the leafy greens. So this is a non-negotiable. And finally, we have your health. Literal leafy greens will give you the best form of health. You cannot slip on them. I know I sound like a parent, I know. Hey, we got nuts. Yes, peanuts, cashews, your granuts. These are essential, not the one below the belts. Please and thank you. Now, when we speak on nuts, they have healthy fats. And if you already know, healthy fats is so essential for your hormone production. And one thing I also would say is, with regards to nuts, is the energy and calorie dense. It is so packed with dense calories. So I think around, if I can remember correctly, I think 1 gram of carb has around 4 calories. However, with regards to fats, like nuts, 1 gram of fats or 1 gram of nuts, which should have around like 9 calories. So they are packed with calories. Please don't quote me. If you're someone who's trying to go on a bulk as well, this is quite easy for you. And for someone who has a low appetite and you still want to increase your calories, this is essential. Nuts. I know I look sauce. Nuts. This is where a lot of people actually don't understand macros versus micros. The macros literally determine how you look. So how I look right now is based off predominantly on my protein. How you look will be based off on protein, carbs, and fats primarily. So this would be how you look. However, micros are so essential because they determine how you feel, and how you feel determines how you perform. Now, this would be your vitamins and minerals. Your vitamins and your minerals are so essential because every single time you take these, it will literally determine how you feel. And how you feel determines how you perform. And how you perform determines your energy level as well. So you need to know that combining this and this is essential. These superfoods I've literally spoken about, they do not replace a bad diet. They enhance a good one. If you want a system that actually works, one that fixes your nutrition, one that fixes how you look, your confidence, a system that is literally also built for your lifestyle, I'll tell you, book a call with the link. And I'll personally love to hear it from you. And with that said, that's the end of the video. Let me know what superfoods you're going to try out and the ones that you've also been eating as well. I also had to say, I appreciate all the support I've been getting from this channel. And thank you so much for supporting your boy's dream. Always stay locked in. God bless. And peace, ladies and gentlemen.